Hey everyone, let's stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, let the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Now, if you're here right now, say what up. We have the S&P's currently up 9, Dow's up 118, NASDAQ up 18, gold up 30. We got /VX futures up 36 cents. Everything's kind of running up a little bit here, including VIX, VXX futures. Kind of interesting. What's going on? James, Cody, Keith, Carl, Maul, Daniel, Sarah, Jack, how we doing? Dennis, first time here? Welcome. Getting it going on a Friday. Cakes. I wonder how people find the stream. Like, I don't even know. People just like kind of randomly pop in. It's like some people are, so we're getting to it. So, this Friday, obviously, we're kind of grinding up this week. Hey, Jenny. This week was a little bit of a roller coaster, especially yesterday since we had the Fed. But basically, the Fed saying they're going to keep interest rates low. They're not going to raise rates for the foreseeable future. And they're going to do whatever is necessary to sustain the economy, the labor market, especially, and the stock market, essentially. So what that means is, there's confirmation from the Fed that, and they're going to let inflation do its thing. It means probably the stock market's going to go up. People are going to be piling money because your savings account basically is worthless right now. So where are you going to put your money? Right? The stock market. So, Jay Harbin, how you doing? Daniel, Paul Letta. Let's get it. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. So, the only report came out this morning. Net personal income was up 0.4% versus a 0.2% drop expected. So that's pretty good. Last month, it dropped 1.1%, which was pretty huge. So, personal income rose versus declining, which is a pretty big swing. However, where is it at? So one of the things that we've been kind of monitoring for the last few months is job cuts and kind of like what's going to happen. Jonathan, I got you, man. I got you. Coca-Cola is another one that's going to be laying off, or they're going to have voluntary job cuts. They're going to buy them out. 4,000 workers they're going to buy out, send them off in whatever little golden parachute they can give them and say, have a nice day. But job cuts, Salesforce cut jobs, airlines cutting jobs. Everyone's going to cut jobs. So what does that mean? What does that look like? Obviously, the companies are going to save money, which is good, but however, for jobs, not so good. So you kind of have to see what's going on. Did you get hit with the sell-off yesterday? Tom, I did not. I actually wasn't trading yesterday. I was gone all day. I didn't even have time yesterday to do a video on some of my trades. I will recap kind of some of what I have going on right now. As you can see here, I'm in a few trades. I traded Workday earnings. I'm selling some premium in Netflix, Microsoft, and Facebook. Sold some premium in Abercrombie earnings that I would like to exit today. Didn't get a chance to exit yesterday, so we'll see. So I'm in some plays which I'll cover here in a second. But so just keep an eye out. A lot of companies are cutting jobs. It's good for that company, not good for the labor market, not good for obviously unemployment, not good for job growth. So I think what's happening is a lot of what's going on. Like companies are using this time as an opportunity, realign, refocus, and say, hey, we can do this job with either AI or we could just do it with less people. We got a little fat 2017 through 2019, hired too many people. We couldn't let them go, So it's not a good thing, but it is what it is. So with technology, with remote workplaces, with people not actually having to show up to the office like ever, I mean, it's kind of where we're at right now. Now, getting into some of the earnings. Did anybody here trade earnings? Let's look at JPM real quick for Jonathan. So Jonathan, this ran. I've been eyeing JPM. I do hold shares. I mean, as you can see here, it's kind of been making higher lows, just kind of going up and up. However, this last sell-off, was pretty aggressive. We had a few weeks ago, we had a pretty nice pump up to 106, 107 area on JPM that sold all the way back off, came back down to support, and is now climbing higher. So, obviously I'm bullish on the banks, and I'm bullish overall in general, but I'm not going to bet my life savings on it, because JPM could take a while to obviously get back up to where it was. If it does, I don't even know if it will this year. You know what I mean? It's still way below the 200-day. Got rejected up in here, this 200-day, and the 200-day moving average. Everything is kind of moving down. The 200-day is moving down. So eventually, what I'm thinking is like the 50-day and the 200-day are going to cross paths here in the future over the next few months. I don't know when, I don't know what, but once that crosses, we could have a bullish rip to the upside. Yo, Manny, Samir, how you doing? So that's kind of my thoughts on JPM. I did trade Workday. Anyone else here trade Workday? So Workday, I did. Shout out to Derek. I have a vertical put spread on here for today's expiration. I was selling the 220 put. I bought the 217.50. I did 3 of them. I got $1.44 credit on this spread. So Workday, let me pull this over here. So Workday, they did beat expectations. 84 cent EPS versus 66 cents. But the main thing here, just because they beat guidance, and as you guys can see, that just because a company beats guidance doesn't mean, beats earnings doesn't mean that they're going to go up, doesn't mean they're going to go down, right? What they need to do is issue guidance, which they did here. Workday increased its revenue forecast. So their revenue came in above forecast, EPS came in above forecast. They beat the whole thing, and then they also increased guidance, increased their revenue forecast. So that is why Workday is moving up. And some of the stocks, like people are like, I don't understand why this company beat and it's not going up, or And a lot of times what's been happening is if you see a company that's like, oh man, this company did really well on earnings, but they didn't provide guidance. So if a company doesn't provide guidance, are you going to invest in said company? Because let's say if you're the captain of a team or a captain and you're like, hey guys, we did good this quarter. Let's see if we can win the game. We don't know if we're going to win the game. Maybe we will win the game, but I can't see what it's going to be like in the fourth quarter. Would you go out there and try to win the game if your coach is like, hey guys, yeah, I don't know what fourth quarter is going to look at. You guys might lose. And that's kind of the situation. If a company doesn't provide guidance, they're not going to, people are not going to want to invest, because if the executive team is like, yeah, we don't know what we're going to do in the fourth quarter. We have no idea. No one really wants to invest in that, So it's all about the guidance right now. Forget earnings. Focus on guidance. A lot of stocks are beating earnings because the bar was so low. Focus on guidance. What companies are providing guidance? Which ones are obviously, if right now with coronavirus, if a company's not, most companies are not going to lower guidance. They're just not going to provide guidance. So they have an out for that. But I think today is going to be a little bit interesting. We have VXX, we have VIX, we have things rising volatility, which we did capture some of this move yesterday. Over the last couple of days, we did capture some of this, but markets are heading higher. Volatility is heading higher. So what the question is, what's going to happen? Yesterday, you saw that we had bigger swings in the market than we normally have. Q's ripped up to 293 all the way back down to 288 area and then back up to 292. SPY, similar situation, 349, came down to 346 and back up. We had some nice V-shaped recoveries, shook some people out, stop losses were triggered, but it was the Fed day. I mean, what do you expect is going to happen, right? The Fed is making an announcement. That there's going to be a volatility. That there's going to be some two-sided action. You don't know how much. I mean, and you can see, look at Tesla. I mean, this is how crazy Tesla is. It went from 2290 all the way down to 2150 and then back to 2250. So, I mean, it's like you're seeing some wide swings in the market, which is why volatility is going up, and that's good for day trading, because day trading right now, over the last couple of weeks, definitely has been a snooze fest. What do you guys think? Future habits, what's going on? Chathan, how you doing? Hank, in Marvel, short and longer term November, what to do for today's expiry? I think just take the money, take the money, take profits, redeploy capital is kind of my thing, Faisal, how you doing? MOCW. Let's look at MO. What stocks you guys looking at? But other than that, there's not a whole lot going on this morning. But with volatility increasing, we're gonna see some two-sided action. Yeah, I mean this looks pretty nice. I mean it's above. It's cleared this double top or triple top right in here. Now it's kind of seeing, okay, testing 44 area. It really needs to break this area to make a run to 46. This morning it is basically just chilling there. So if it can run to 45, I mean, you're gonna be good. You think Amazon will split or run up to 6K? Honestly, Jeff Bezos is gonna do what he's gonna do. He doesn't bend his knee to anybody. I mean, he's not gonna. He's definitely feeling pressure from investors. He's feeling pressure from people because Apple and Tesla. But when was the last time Amazon split? 2000, 1999, 20 years ago, there was a split. So, NAO, Manchow, what's going on? Yeah, let's take a look at NAO. Man, NAO ripped last couple days. Was there a catalyst? What happened? I mean, it's kind of grinding down a little bit. So, for me, I would be interesting to see if it can stabilize around here. For me, it's a bit dangerous to buy this dip. Yeah, Bezos is above. I mean, Bezos is above everybody. I mean, what is he worth now? 200 billion? 200 billion? Yeah, I mean, I'm right now I'm watching the EV market because I feel like Charles or Sunlight. I'm chilling on the EV market because I'm waiting to see kind of what happens to Tesla after this split and how the market reacts to the other stocks like NIO, the other EV stocks. How is the market going to react after Tesla split? So I'm not trading Tesla right now. I'm not trading Apple. I'm trying to see what's going to happen to them, but I do want to get back into those stocks and I do want to get more into the EV market. But right now, obviously with the way Tesla's been running, I mean, I don't really know what's real, what's not, and if the overall market is the overall sector, I should say, not the overall market, the overall sector is just running hot because Tesla's running hot. Money's just pouring in, but is there a reason other than Tesla running? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. He's a $200 billion man. Yeah, I mean, and so the thing about Walmart, what I was looking at a couple days ago, and here's a thing. Walmart, I generally don't trade because it's a slow mover. But I was thinking about this the other day is, you know, they're going to have Walmart, what's it called? Walmart Plus is going to be the Amazon competitor. And what it was doing is Amazon was chilling right at 130. It was just kind of hanging out. So I was looking to buy some, I was either doing some long dated credit put spreads, long dated calls, something like that. And at 130, I'm like, okay, I think the catalyst is going to be Walmart. Walmart Plus is going to be coming out in the next few months. And once that's released, obviously Walmart's going to go up. So I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do something. And I was thinking about it, but my plan was like, I'm going to wait till the Fed comes out, says what they're going to say, and then I'm going to put on a position on Walmart. That's what I wanted to do. But then the TikTok news the same day the Fed came out kind of screwed me. So now I'm not able to get into a position until this kind of, I don't know what's going to happen here. So we'll see. It's up at, you know, it's up in resistance territory for Walmart. I mean, last quarter, even though they had amazing earnings, sold off hard all the way back to 130. So we'll see if this can come back to 130. I definitely want to put a position on Walmart is kind of my situation here. But right now I gotta wait. It's just crazy that TikTok news. I mean, who would have think Walmart would be teaming up with Microsoft for TikTok? What does Walmart want with TikTok? Do they just want the data? Like, what is like Walmart's not doesn't? I mean, they need Microsoft because Walmart just can't buy it on their own because they don't have the capabilities. They don't have the data centers. They don't have the staff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, TikTok is a pretty complex business. Yeah, they want the data, but I guess it's just crazy to me. But I mean, you think the kids on TikTok are gonna want? Do you think they want to go to Walmart? Yo, I wish I could say I could buy TikTok and my personal net worth goes up, 30% in a day. SHLL. Yeah, let's look at it. SHLL. Yeah, I mean this is an ugly chart too. Like, I'm not feeling it. I mean, it's getting stopped out here. You know, definitely resistance at 40 right in here. So we kind of have to see what it's got to do. I definitely don't like that. GP starting to trade today in the EV market. Canadian upgrade to NASDAQ. Yeah, EV is going insane, Hank. I know you're big on EV. I'm gonna try. I'm actually this weekend. I'm gonna be doing a lot of research on some of the EV charts and diving more into that. Because obviously I think that's where we're gonna be EVs in the next 2020 2030. This is where the growth is gonna be. So I'm gonna see kind of what happens. If Walmart buys TikTok, the kids will instantly leave. The thing is, kids don't even know Facebook owns Instagram. You know. GLD, yeah, gold is running. I mean, yesterday we had a pretty nice spike. I like it. I was actually looking at this the other day. I like it chilling here around when it was around 180. It closed at 181. We're moving up. If it can retrace back down to 180, you can see there's some nice support. Even though it gapped up, it sold off yesterday, came right down to 180 and stabilized and pushed up. And it likes, GLD really likes this 180 area. So if we can get a 180 bounce here, if we can come back to 180, might be good for a position right now if you don't have a position. Now, resistance right now, obviously, if you're looking at it, is obviously the 185, 187 area right in here. So it seems like not wanting to push up higher. So if you bought at 180, you might want to be looking to exit depending on what your time frame is. Obviously not investment advice, for entertainment purposes only. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. If it's your first time here, say what up. Carl, Sam, SAM. Let's take a look. Yeah, the thing about Sam Adams is that they have a pretty low option volume. But if you're looking at it from a chart perspective, I mean, it's looking great. I mean, who would have thought Sam Adams would be the big winner of 2020? Here it is. Yo, Justin, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, so I mean, this is obviously just going to continue higher. like these charts, they're low and slow. I mean, they had a crazy good earnings, and now it's just grinding higher. So, you know what you're gonna see a lot of times right now in the market, especially with interest rates low, the Fed being the backstop. This is very reminiscent to 2016, 2017, where we just basically melt up. You know, you don't need technical analysis. You don't need any of that. Just the market's just going to slowly grind up. Money will continue to pour into the market, and we're just going to kind of slowly melt up. And that's what it is. Yo, Grafter, what's going on? All right, Jenny, let's look at ROKU, FSLY. We got you. Let's look at it. ROKU. Oh, just so you guys know, consumer spending rose 1.9% in July. So it's just up a little bit, but consumer spending did rise. So just be aware. ROKU had a really good day the other day, along with Netflix starting to give some up, but there's some definite resistance, as you can see over the last year, going back to even November and September of last year. So can it break this area? That's the thing. ROKU's been relatively range bound, which is good for options traders, even though, you know, at times it gets pretty choppy going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But you know, it's coming up on a clear resistance close to 170. So if we can push up and break that, it'd be good. But I would be interested to see if it can withhold that. The main thing about ROKU last earnings is they said that the advertising spending is going to be down most likely through 2021 to 2022. So that's why ROKU hasn't really gone anywhere. Is because they said the people that are advertising on their platform, that's going to be down. So that is why I don't really like them for like a growth stock right now, because they already predicted that they're going to be down. Shinzo is stepping down as Prime Minister of Japan. Oh, man. Rick, SRNE. Let's go. Hold on. FSLY and then SRNE. And then we'll do Rocket. Tesla 23. Yeah, Tesla just crossed over right now. But FSLY, you know, definitely looking good. What's it at right? 97. So if it could break 100, 105 area, it's going to try to make a run for all-time highs, trying to fill this gap here, trying to push up. But does look pretty stable over the last couple of days, you know, going from 81 to even though 81 from 100, but it had a nice consolidation day on Wednesday, and then it had a push yesterday. So the question is, are we going to have another consolidation day today, or is it going to push up higher? That would be the question. But it's been holding pretty nicely. SRNE. I know a lot of people trade SRNE. I do think. I mean, you definitely catching the knife down here. It's a little bit dangerous, but if I were to take a little bit of a gamble on SRNE, now would be the time around $8 and go small. Like for me, I wouldn't if I wanted to trade this stock, I would go small and I would enter around 8. You know, that's my personal opinion, of course. But I would taste a little bit, and if it starts going my direction, add a little bit, and then take some off as it rips up, if it does. But I don't know what kind of catalyst it's going to need to go back up. I'm not sure. It's going to need a catalyst. ULTA. So ULTA had amazing earnings. Let me see if we have that up here. Let's see here. ULTA reported better than expected profit for its latest quarter, despite revenue that came in very slightly below street forecast. The cosmetics retail saw sales rebound through the quarter as stores reopened and e-commerce sales more than tripled. So stores reopening, e-commerce is up. ULTA, people need their makeup. Let's go. 252 right now. So there is some resistance around 260, 250, 260 area. So it's going to be interesting to see if it can hold this. I mean, it did hit 270 Amazing, amazing, amazing. The thing about ULTA is that the options are not that liquid in here, so you have to be very careful if you're going to trade it. But ULTA, I mean, just amazing to see that kind of rip. A $50 rip. I mean, we've been seeing some. The question is, why right now, why are options so underpriced? Like CRM, like Walmart, Microsoft, why are options right now so underpriced? That's what I've been trying to figure out. Why are they underpricing the options? Like why does the market underprice these options so low? Even VXX calls yesterday, the other day that I bought, the price was so low on them. Like why was the market not anticipating more volatility with the Fed coming out? I don't know. It's just, I mean, I'm not complaining about cheap options. I'm just saying, like, normally there's not as many underpriced options as there are right now. RKT. So RKT seems to be kind of stabilized around 27. I mean, the thing about like Rocket, we don't have a lot of data to go on. Like, is this business doing amazing? Is it a chart? How does the market react? How does Rocket react to the market when certain sectors go up, when certain sectors go down? So like for me, like for an IPO, I try to learn, because each stock has its own personality. So I try to learn how a stock moves before I can get into options trading it. Now, if you want to buy stock, but you know, options trading is going to be a little bit more difficult, because you don't really know how this stock reacts to the rest of the overall market when things start to happen. You know, and you gotta try to find out. You basically gotta create an edge in there so that way you can trade profitably in different stocks. Like after a while, like after options trading for a while, you understand like how a certain stock moves, if a stock is lagging, if a stock is way ahead, and then it will create opportunity to go long, to go short, to go neutral, to sell premium, to buy premium, whatever the case is, you know. Square, DKNG got a downgrade. Yeah, Square's been a little stuck here, trying to bust through 160. It's been topping out. I've been watching it. It's been topping out around 160. Yesterday it did hit 161, but came back down. It's back up to try to test 160. So is today the day it's going to rip up? It's hard to say. Have we even had a red day this week? I don't think we had a red day on anything. Did the overall market have a red day this week? And if we did, it was not a very big one. It was definitely. That's not the kind of thing, like, could today be a red day, you know? But how many red days have we had, like, in August? Have we had, like, 3 red days? 2 red days? Basically one red day a week so far? No red days this week? So I'm seeing if DKNG can push through 160. I'm sorry, Square. DKNG, obviously DKNG, nice consolidation around here in the 30s, and I do think overall it's going to go up. But right now, DKNG is a tough trade because you have so much sports news, you have so many boycotts, so much going on in sports right now, you know, in terms of boycotts and the league starting, not starting, college football starting, not starting, that whole thing. So it's DKNG is a tough trade because it's very news sensitive right now. I've been desensitized, but to any drawdown less than 100 points. Yeah, it's like the S&Ps, even like right now, like I'm looking at the S&Ps right now, up 9. I'm like, well, that could flush 20 at open and go back up. You know, it's yesterday was a great buy the dip. Anyone buy the dip yesterday, or did people get stopped out? Jay Harvin, DELL, and HPQ. Yeah, they had earnings as well. DELL pushing up, obviously doing well. I mean, they had a great setup to be long though. You know, it's at 65. Expected move on this was $7, so it's within the expected move right now. But it had a nice position to be long. I mean, the 1-year chart, just nice consolidation, push up to be long. Might go up for a few days after this too, so it would be interesting to see that. HP as well. HP. Their chart Obviously, it has more upside, but we'll see. Yeah, Workday. So we're going to see if we can get our Workday. Actually, I'm going to put an order in for like a penny right now. Hold on. I'm going to put an order. I'm putting an order in for a penny. See if it'll fill. I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually going to get a fill on Workday because, I mean, it's so far away. And they might just expire worthless, but we'll see. I mean, I put an order in. Just put an order right in for a penny right now, and it's option pricing a little screwed up. I mean, it's gonna be a nice winner. I mean, I can only make on this, I think it's overpricing it right now. I can only make on this like 480, I believe. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. I'm long Microsoft. I have a credit put spread for 2 weeks out on Microsoft as well right now. Netflix, I did short it, so I don't know if that was a good idea, but we'll see. And then Facebook, I'm short as well and currently not working out. But Facebook and Microsoft is basically like a pairs trade. I do think that once the TikTok deal, this is my personal belief, and I don't know if it's going to work out, but I think that once the TikTok deal goes through, and if it does, it's going to bring a new competitor to market, and other social media stocks like Facebook, Twitter, and Snap will go down for a few days at least. And that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. No BA short. I should have short BA. But you know what? You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it out of like every time it comes up to 180. Like I've seen a lot of short opportunities with Boeing, but you don't want to do it because I've already boycotted it, right? And you don't want to do it like out of spite. Like if you're feeling like hateful or you're feeling like emotional toward a stock, you just don't trade it. Don't trade it, bro. I'm not going to try to squeeze pennies out of there. But yeah, I don't think Workday is going to fill. I think it's going to expire worthless. I mean, they're trying to give me money now. Hank, congrats on the 40% winner, man. Yeah, option pricing's all over the place right now. So we have, I'm starting to even out a little bit. Like when you're selling spreads, or whether you have a debit spread or a credit spread, like at the first of the morning, try to let the contract start to relax. Like because when you have a spread, it calculates the width of the spread and it tries to find the mid price. And if a lot of contracts aren't traded, you're not going to be able to see kind of what's going on. So, I went from, it was saying I was down 200 on Facebook to now I'm basically flat on it. So, just kind of let them just a tip for people that are doing spreads. But right now, S&Ps are dropping down a little bit. What are the Qs doing here? Qs are dropping a little bit, or a little flat. Everything's kind of dropping. VXX pumping up a little bit. Let me try to let's try to get out of some trades. All right, we'll see what happens here. Let's see, Peloton. Man, Peloton, yeah. Man, how is this stock $75 stock? I mean, just out of control. Yo, bro, Mal, my wife is deciding to do the vacuum right now. Like, what is going on? like, why is she picking right now to vacuum? And it's like, and she's like right above me, like directly above. She's like, must have did something to piss her off. she's just like right above me, going back and forth with the mower. I mean, with the vacuum. Oh well, jeez. Yeah, I don't think that's filling. All right, so yeah, the market, yeah, Peloton just climbing high. AMD, let's take a look at AMD. AMD was coming up on resistance last we checked. 85 to 87 area is definitely resistance. So she's vacuuming our bags off the floor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. She just turned that thing on and it was over. All right, so yeah, AMD here is consolidating. It looks like it wants to push. I do think that it'll try to make a run towards 90, but when will that be? AMD does consolidate for a pretty long time. It just consolidates and kind of chills. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, this mic is pretty sensitive. Netflix heading test to 550 high. Yeah, Netflix running, Facebook running, Microsoft running, everything's running. Workday's running. We'll see. Right now, though, I mean, the S&Ps are only up 4, Dow's up 30, NASDAQ up 46, so it's not like crazy. Let's see, what's Apple doing this morning? Yeah, Apple, there's a lot of trapped buyers on Apple right now who chased this and like need above like 510, 515. I mean, it could happen, but I don't know if it's going to. Iron Condor season. Yeah, sell some premium in AMD. Might be a good opportunity, but I'm a little bit afraid that like it's been consolidating here. It looks pretty bullish. I mean, it made a low here, could make a low here and push up to 90. So we'll see. Nvidia, what's Nvidia doing this morning? Man, Nvidia ripped right out the gate. Coming down now. You playing ZM? Christopher, yeah. I will be playing, well, we'll see. ZM is just wild. Pre-running, I mean, it's running up to 300. Well, over 300 now. So, I mean, earnings. So, earnings is going to be after market close on Monday. So, we'll kind of see what happens. And then next week, we also have DocuSign and Lululemon. So, that's kind of the situation right now. But yeah, market's moving like every morning at open. The market is moving super slow and it's just chilling. It's just moving. It's like, what's direct? Do we want to be green today? Do we want to be red? But I think we want to be green. We'll go green. Let's entice a couple shorts here and then we'll rip the thing up. They'll all get stopped out, lose their money. It'll be a great time. Kodak, oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, there's no catalyst for it. It's just slowly bleeding. People are coming to the realization. I don't think they're getting the loan, but maybe they will. Probably not, though. KPTI. Yeah, this is just grinding lower. I mean, it could bounce here because it bounced in the past around 14. So again, same with the other stocks. You kind of have to just dip your feet in a little bit, and once it starts going in a direction, start adding to the position. So it could run, or it could just sit here. So make sure you're picking a strategy that you got time on, and you're not going to get screwed on. VSTO. Yeah, VSTO definitely looks like a gap fill to 18. Doesn't look good. Anyone holding OTRK forecast of 200% growth in 90 days? How are they forecasted? Did an analyst do that? But, I mean, yeah, this looks pretty bullish, though. Could bump up. So the market's overall just kind of chilling right now. I don't really listen to analysts. So, all right. Well, I got to take off, you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back at it on Monday. We'll kind of see what happens to the market. Market's overall just kind of chilling. Tesla obviously is up another 75 points. You guys stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.